Did you know that, according to Warren Buffett, just a few simple decisions can transform your finances in 6 months? Imagine a practical plan that not only improves your financial situation, but puts you on a sure path to wealth. Today, we're going to reveal the secret strategy that millionaires use to build their fortunes, following the same principles as Buffett, and the best part, you too can start today. Ever wondered how to get out of debt, increase your income, or finally build a solid financial foundation? This video takes you step by step, with powerful actions that you can apply in your daily life, transforming your next few months and possibly your entire life. With practical examples and direct lessons from Buffett, you'll have the knowledge you need to achieve a real financial turnaround. So, if you're tired of watching your money disappear and want to learn from one of the greatest investors of all time, watch until the end. These strategies could be just what you need to turn things around. Let's start with the basis of everything, the right mindset to get rich, something that Warren Buffett always highlights as fundamental to building real wealth. The first thing you need to understand is that getting rich starts in the mind, with a different way of thinking. Buffett says that in order to succeed, it is essential to develop what he calls a growth mindset. But what does this mean in practice? It means that you need to be open to learning all the time and see opportunities where others only see difficulties. People with a growth mindset are willing to adapt and learn from their own mistakes without giving up at the first hurdle. Another point Buffett highlights is the focus on the long term. Instead of getting caught up in quick, temporary gains, he believes in strategies that bring lasting results. Imagine planting a tree. It doesn't grow overnight. It needs to be watered and cared for, and only after a while does it start to bear fruit. This is the same principle you should apply to your money. Think of it as something that will grow over time, and keep your focus on the future. Finally, adopt the habit of constantly learning. Read, seek out financial knowledge, learn from other people's mistakes. This is what Buffett does every day, and he believes that this simple habit is what sets apart those who truly achieve a prosperous life. Now let's talk about one of Warren Buffett's biggest secrets for accumulating wealth: controlling spending and investing consistently. For Buffett, the key is to live below your means. In other words, even when you earn more, it's important to avoid the impulse to spend on unnecessary things. Many of us, when we see an increase in income, already start thinking about a better car, more expensive clothes, frequent dinners in restaurants. But, according to Buffett, this spend more when you earn more mentality prevents you from building a real wealth base. The idea here is simple: spend less than you earn and invest the difference. This may sound basic, but it makes all the difference in the long run. Buffett is known for his discipline in this regard. Even as a billionaire, he avoids extravagant purchases and prefers to invest in assets that grow over time. Another important point is consistency in investments. Even small amounts, if invested regularly, can grow significantly. Warren Buffett started investing early, but the magic happened with time and patience. You don't have to start with a fortune. The important thing is to make it a habit. So review your spending and identify where you can save. Instead of spending it all now, follow Buffett's advice and invest in your future. Now let's move on to one of Warren Buffett's most powerful practices: reinvest profits to maximize gains. Imagine you start investing and, after a while, your money makes a profit. The temptation might be to use that profit to give yourself a present or take a trip. But Buffett teaches us a different strategy: reinvest that profit so that it generates even more value. This process is known as compound interest and, according to him, is what really multiplies wealth over time. Let's see how this works in practice. Let's say you invested and got a small return. Instead of spending it, you invest it again. In the next period, your initial investment grows more, along with the reinvested earnings. This cycle creates a snowball of financial growth, a practice that Buffett still follows today. He believes that this is one of the biggest keys to prosperity: making your own money work for you, always increasing your investment base. And the best thing is that this strategy works for any amount, whether it's a large or small investment. So, when you get a return, ask yourself, how would Warren Buffett act? He would probably reinvest, knowing that this small sacrifice now could turn into great wealth in the future. Another crucial Warren Buffett principle for building wealth is to choose investments with real growth potential and hold them for the long term. Buffett always recommends studying well before investing and looking for solid companies with a track record of success and competent management. He often says that, when investing, you should think as if you were buying a piece of that company, not just a share. This means that the ideal is to invest in businesses that you believe in and understand. The idea is, don't invest in something just because it's hot or because everyone is talking about it, but because you trust the potential of that company. Another important point is to be patient. People often want quick returns, but Buffett insists that in order to maximize gains, you need to keep investing for the long term. He himself has bought shares in companies like Coca-Cola and held them for decades, benefiting from their continuous growth over the years. He sees investing like planting a tree. It takes time to grow, but when it does, it provides shade and fruit. So, when choosing where to put your money, think carefully, choose wisely, and be patient. Remember, as Warren Buffett teaches us, investing is a commitment to the future. Now let's move on to Warren Buffett's fifth secret to achieving wealth: surround yourself with wise people and learn from the best. Buffett believes that financial success also depends on the people you choose to spend your time with. He often says that we should surround ourselves with people who inspire us to be better and who have a growth mindset. This is because, according to him, the habits, attitudes, and even ambitions of those around us directly influence our own way of thinking and acting. Imagine you want to be successful, but you only hang out with people who are discouraging or don't have high ambitions. Naturally, this can limit your growth. On the other hand, by seeking advice from experienced people who have already achieved what you want, you gain valuable insights, learn from their mistakes, and gain a clearer perspective of the path ahead. Let's talk about another essential teaching from Warren Buffett: the importance of developing and maintaining a solid reputation. For Buffett, reputation is one of the most valuable assets a person can have, and he believes that it takes years to build a good reputation and only a few minutes to destroy it. This principle goes far beyond money and directly influences success in any area of life. Having a solid reputation means being known for your integrity, your word, and your ethical behavior. And that, according to Buffett, is a real competitive advantage. Imagine that you are someone that others can trust with their eyes closed. Naturally, the best opportunities will arise and people will want to do business with you because they know they can count on your word. This level of trust is built on every decision, every negotiation, and every promise kept. For Buffett, reputation is a precious asset that cannot be bought. It is earned and maintained *** with consistency and firm values. Finally, we come to Warren Buffett's seventh fundamental principle: be patient and avoid impulsive decisions. Buffett believes that patience is an essential virtue for any investor. He teaches us that, in many cases, doing nothing is the best decision. This advice is especially valuable in times of market turbulence or uncertainty. When everyone is acting in a hurry, driven by fear or greed, Buffett prefers to observe, analyze, and only make a decision when he is clear about what really makes sense. A famous example is when he chooses to wait to buy shares in companies he admires, but only makes the investment when their value is really attractive. He doesn't let himself be carried away by the pressure of the moment and thus manages to make well-thought-out choices that guarantee consistent gains in the long term. This approach of patience also applies to other areas of life. By making decisions calmly, you avoid regrets and are better prepared. Buffett always says that you don't have to hit every opportunity, but wait for the ones that are really worthwhile. So ask yourself, am I acting on impulse or with strategy? Because, as Warren Buffett shows us, patience is a powerful ally in building a prosperous and balanced life. Now, imagine where you can get to if you start applying these strategies today. It's not an easy path, but with dedication, you can achieve the success you're aiming for. If you enjoyed this content and want to continue learning more about how to transform your life and achieve your goals, subscribe to the channel now. Activate the bell so you don't miss anything new we've prepared for you. Let's go on this journey to wealth and personal fulfillment together.